What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm telling you right now, this is one you do not want to miss. If you step away to use the bathroom, if you step away to go get popcorn, if you go to feed your kids, if you go to do anything else but sit on your couch and watch this, you're going to miss it because we are going to be LS swapping. We're going to be Ford Lincoln. And oh yeah, by the way, we're going to be air riding this 53 Chevy. Did I mention we're going to do it in 3 days? Yep. Stick around. All right, so before we get into the video, I've got to give a huge shout out to the A team that's going to be helping me basically throughout this whole build this weekend. And well, we're going to take this old 53 from this, and well, it's going to end up looking like this if you stick around. So about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago, I reached out to a bunch of good buddies of mine and I said, I got this crazy idea. Okay, bear with me now. I've got this old 53 four-door sitting around and I want to do a full build. And oh, by the way, we're going to do it in 3 days, a weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to meet up on a Thursday, and we're going to do this thing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I reached out to a good buddy, Thom Beckley. He's out of Frederick, Maryland. He's on Instagram. If you haven't seen his stuff, well, you're just not into the car world, I'm telling you, or the hot rods or the rat rod scene, okay? So he's got a bunch of stuff all over the internet. He goes to all the shows. So if you go to any of those shows, you've probably seen something he has built. Next we've got up is Shannon Ott. Shannon Ott is local to me. Met him at a Maryland car show about 1.5 years ago, and he has got some crazy builds as well. He is into the old school hot rod scene. He's a metal fabricator. He's awesome at what he does. He's got an old gasser. Man, you've seen him in previous videos of mine. He's on Instagram, TikTok, and he's starting to get his feet wet in the old YouTube. So get on over to his channel also. Show him some love over there. And well, last but not least, we've got AJP Kustomz. This is Austin Piper. He's about 2 hours from me, close to kind of the Pittsburgh area. And we met each other about 1 year ago in Pigeon Forge. Realized we live close. He has got some crazy builds too. He's into the big trucks, bigger truck scenes. The F700. He's got an old Mack truck that's on basically a new Ford chassis, diesel, running on this thing, running all kinds of things. And he's currently doing a build at F700. It's like a 71 F700, big truck, going under a modern chassis as well. So get on over to his channel as well. And throughout this build, you're not going to see everything from my perspective. You want to see it from Shannon's and you want to see it from Austin's. They're on YouTube as well. Well, we just told you it was on YouTube. Anyways, you got to get over to their channels too, see this whole build from their perspective as well. So huge shout out to the A team. Let's get into the video. All right, so I think we're about an hour, hour and a half into it. We've got the whole rear end ripped out. Got all the shocks taken, shackles out, all the perch mounts taken out. They've got pretty much drive shaft. The whole front end, well, this whole front end is going to be a fun story. But Thom, I think, lost, was it an eye or pinky? Eye or pinky when he was taking the springs out. We thought they were unloaded. However, well, he's still here. He is surviving, so he's doing okay. We got 4 grown men in here squeezing our butt cheeks together, hoping we don't get hit in the face. But we know now for the other side, wear safety glasses. What we got going on here, huh?
Decorating, redecorating.
Look, if you guys don't know, I like to keep my shop very dirty, and he keeps cleaning it. I don't know why he keeps cleaning stuff. All right, we got the motor all mocked up. We got, well, I say we, this one right here, we got Austin and Shannon got the mounts put in here. They're all just kind of tacked in. Thom and Austin tackling, kind of get the harness going through the firewall. We're getting all the accessories put on, got the flex plates put on. Now it's time to see, well, we gotta see if this 4L60 is actually gonna tuck in there without beating this firewall to death. And that's about where we are right now. Yep. we're just keep moving on. Oh, and it's probably only like 12 o'clock. All right, we're gonna pause on putting the transmission in for a second. We're gonna go ahead and put the rear end in. That way we can kind of kill two birds with one stone, meaning getting the drive shaft aligned, getting it all cut to where we need to. So before we throw that in there and know we gotta start beating panels apart, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna work on the rear end. So we started doing the triangulated 4-link, and well, there's lots of problems, okay? It is tight under here. We've got the lower bars mounted. We've got everything kind of where we need it as far as the angles go, which, oh, that's kind of dark. And now we're trying to figure out how to get a triangulated bar on top of this, you know, without tearing the floor up, which we know we're gonna have to tear the floor up. So that's what we're on now. I think they're changing fluids, adding new fluids to the motor, so it'll be all nice and serviceable. And then making some plates up over there for our bag bracket. So let's keep moving on the 4-link. All right, we got the back all figured out. The upper triangulated is put in. The lateral bars are in. We're about, I don't know, it looks like maybe 2 inches from completely bagged out, which will be banging and clanging on the frame. We're gonna take a little portion out of the body here and right there. But now it's time to put the transmission in because, well, it's gonna be tight.
There's a bolted flange right there that sticks down.
I'm not quite sure you guys can understand what we've done today, okay? It's about 9 o'clock in the evening right now. We started about 7 o'clock, call it 7:30. And in about 14 hours, we've taken the old motor out. We've put a new motor in, built motor mounts. We've got the whole back end, basically triangulated 4-link. What else do we do? We've got all the wiring done. We've got the computer done.
Don't forget to tell them that when we started this morning, we could have started this car the way it was and backed it back out of the garage. So it's not like anything was half started. We weren't cheating. We weren't anything. We started from scratch with a running and driving car, and now it is sitting here with an LS.
All I can say is I'm not.
Rebuilt the axle.
Yeah, I'm not going to jinx it. I don't want to say we're ahead of schedule, but we're kind of ahead of schedule right now. Anyways, the LS is in its home. The 4060, we have taken out a little bit of the floor. Austin went ahead and, kind of clamshell open up that top. So we got to make a little bit of a tunnel there. Not too big of an issue there. Everything's clearing. Steering's clearing. Brakes are going to have cleared because it's under the motor. But all I can say is we're going to call it a night. We're going to be back at this early in the morning, and now we're going to button up everything. Oh, man. Hey, Mark. Ready to get day 2 started? Oh, yeah. I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know, but it's dark out there.
Let's get this thing running today.
All right. All right, we are on day 2 of the build. Last night, we rocked and rolled pretty much all day from... I think we put like a 14 or 15 hour day in. Today's a big day too. We got to get some bag brackets, bags, and all that kind of stuff designed up in the rear suspension. Last night before we went to bed, we kind of had a little, we got a little wild and we built a transmission cross member. We were bored. So today we also got to finish up the wiring for the motor, like completely plug everything in. What else do we have? We've got a lot of stuff to do. Oh, we got to cut the drive shaft down. We got to do the whole front suspension for air ride and plumb everything for air ride and all the electrical for air ride. Oh yeah, we got to run exhaust. We got to put wheels and tires back on. We got to do, man, we got all kinds of things to do. Let's go. All right, first hiccup for the day is going to be this front suspension. And well, we thought it was going to be pretty straightforward. I have an air shock, throw the air shock in there, lower it down. Well, it's not that straightforward at all. So what we've decided is that we're going to put the air shocks in the back and we're going to put actually bags up front. Now, I don't know if you see this little white mark. Pretty much all of this from here over, we're going to keep this part. That's the only part we got. We've got, wherever that plate just went, but oh, there it is. Well, there he goes. We're gonna put a plate in here to kind of support this top half. All of this is gonna get torched out, come down, and then we're just gonna build basically a right angle bracket there with plenty of gussets. And well, you can see right here on the side, this is where we've already started cutting everything out. And then that bag should sit kind of in that big square area, and we should be able to get this thing as low as we can go before we start hitting the oil pans and steering. So we'll keep you updated. All right, today, here's a quick little update. It has been a day of just brain power, taking a couple steps back, then taking a couple steps forward, then getting ahead, and then, realize we got to go backwards again. But we are maintaining, we are coming together, and we're figuring this stuff out as fast as possible. So here is where we're at. Well, we ordered all new brake setups first off here, and well, instead of a 5-lug that came, well, they gave us a 6-lug, so we got to figure that out. Then, earlier I was talking about front shocks, air shocks going from the front to the back. We're going to do that. Well, we tried that. It's not going to work, okay? There's not enough travel on the air shocks, I guess you're going to call it. So here's what we have now. We've made some rear airbag brackets for it. Now it sits behind the axle. Plated up here. Much better setup, in my opinion. Now we've got all the 4-link. Everything's 4-linked in here, triangulated. It's all painted up. It's all good to go. We've got a pinion angle. Oh yeah, by the way, that's not under here yet. But we've also got, well, thanks to the old Mr. Shannon off from, where is it? Wennington Speed and Metal. Got us a drive shaft chopped down. And well, this awesome exhaust I'm sitting right here. Come on, Tom, you can smile a little bit. There it is. Got the exhaust in. We're almost done with the passenger side, and we're still playing with the front end, okay? So we've used, I don't know, probably half a sheet of 3/16 plate trying to figure all this stuff out. And I think we're on to some sort of solution. There it is. We've got everything cut out. We've got this plated. We've got the top plated. We're going to use the shock pocket or whatever you want to call that. We're going to take this bag and we're going to shove it up in there. There's its cup. There's its bottom. Now we've got to figure out something here to get that up. Oh, and I think the suspension's going to be wrapped up. Hopefully. I don't know.
It is. It is.
Okay, it is. So, on to the next.
Open up. Hold on.
Chubby bunny, chubby bunny.
All right, I've got another update for you guys, okay? Well, much as I wish this air tank here was a pillow, it's not. It's about 1/4 midnight, and well, I'm in the trunk wrapping up the air tanks, the air management system, all the wiring for that, the plumbing for that, and well, it's almost time to call it a night, okay? Old Austin, it's got all the fuel stuff for him. We've got fuel lines, we've got pumps, we've got filters, we've got pumps, we've got return lines, we've got, look at this. Look at how fancy this stuff is. Look at all this. I mean, we even got clips everywhere. That's how special this is. So, anyways, where are we at? We figured out the plating. We already talked about all that kind of stuff. We've got the lines pretty much ready to go up inside of there. We had to trim some stuff again. Well, all the plates we made ended up getting in the way of the lower controller. Oh, there you go, right here. Here's the lower plate. Ended up hitting kind of in this area here. And well, it's getting late. All right, so that's going to be a wrap up for day 2. I know it seems like we kind of just keep rambling, or I keep rambling. They're not rambling. I keep rambling because, well, I don't know what I keep updating you guys with. I know there's a lot going on. We kind of do some things, go back, kind of do some things and come back. So as far as day 2 goes, what we have left, remember we said about 72 hours, kind of challenge ourselves to see if we can get this done. We have to just plug all the stuff in for the LS. We've got to get the radiator, all the plumbing done for that. Finished getting all the air management, the compressors, all the switches, everything for that inside the car. Kind of tucked away into the dash. Bleed brakes. Put on brakes in the rear. And what else? I think that's just pretty much putting the front end back up together, which ain't going to take much work other than for what I showed you. We already trimmed all that stuff out. Anyways, long story short, I think actually we're still on schedule, okay? We got one more day. Our plan was to hopefully drive this thing tomorrow afternoon sometime. And well, tomorrow afternoon's coming pretty quick. Tomorrow afternoon is actually 12 hours from now. Whew. Okay, now that I say it, it kind of sounds a little bit goofy. Anyways, one more long day. Morning, night, whatever. Anyways, all right, that's a wrap for day 2. We will see you guys in the morning. All right, it is day 3. This is the final push. And I'm telling you right now, we are all feeling it, okay? I think we're running on about 8 or 10 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. And this is it, okay? This is what's kind of keeping us alive. We got some monsters, some blueberry pies, I don't know, donuts, something. Now it's time to start wrapping up. So in the next 7 or 8 minutes video world, you're going to see this thing hopefully get down here on the ground. We're going to have wheels and tires on it. We're going to be troubleshooting the motor. Not troubleshooting, but putting the wiring in, trying to see if this thing will fire off. What else do we really have? Today is finalizing everything up. Like, I don't know, about 2 minutes ago, I told you we finished getting all the air management done last night. We got Shannon Ott finishing up the old rear end, getting the juices in that, which we've got a dripper. We're dripping. Tom has finished welding up some gussets here in the the driver's side. Passenger side's all together. And well, fine tuning today. All right, it is time. I think we're getting ready to fire this off. I don't think we actually are getting ready to fire this off. We've got all the compressors in, the bags in, the wheels are on, the hubcaps are on. It's wired. We've got a good battery. We've got good fuel. So we're going to set you over here. And if things catch on fire, somebody call 911. We're going to try to fire it off. Maybe. Maybe. You want to be in there for in case we go in gear?
I was going to raise it just a little bit.
Ooh, fuel pump. We got leakage. No, we don't. Something. Oh, I thought I heard something.
Is this starter on the key? Where's the key?
In the seat. I thought. Nope. Oh, yeah, we need a key. I don't know where the key's at. No, we got to find the key. I thought.
You ready to reveal? All right. You want me to fire it?
Try it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Hey, we're not in gear. Definitely got a miss somewhere.
Huh?
I said we definitely have a miss somewhere.
Yeah, but it might not be lifted up yet. I mean, it's still.
When you say lift it up, oil?
Lifters are filled up, so your valve runs.
A little bit of a backfire, but they run.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Barely. That fired.
We got a runner.
Then I was.
All right, so after firing it, we realized we had 3 dead holes, basically. I went in there, checked all the injectors. 3 of the injectors were not firing, so I went ahead, swapped out some other injectors for some old injectors, and, well, now it's time to see if it actually works again. So, let's see if we can get the fuel pump hooked up. All right, we got fuel pumpage, and let's see if... Go ahead. There you go. She's running. All right, you can turn it off. We don't have any coolant really running through this thing. No, she can't turn it off. I've got to turn it off right there. There you go. What do you think? I am just baffled by what we were able to accomplish in 72 hours. I'm just blown away by the support of the car community, making a phone call, meeting people across the country, and just coming together for one goal, something awesome. And well, Thom, Shannon, and AJ, they dedicated their time. They threw in parts. They were throwing in monsters, donuts. Some of them donuts I didn't really like because they had cream filled. Anyways, doing a bunch of different things. And well, we came together 72 hours. We took this car from a stock running 6-banger, 3 on the tree. And well, we put air ride on it. We put a 4-link in it. We put new exhaust. We had to put a whole new rear end to it. We built a whole drive shaft for it. Oh yeah, by the way, I mentioned we put an LS in it. Yeah, we dropped an LS into it as well. So there is still a few things I've got to do. We were hoping to kind of get this out on the road, driving, doing all the good things. But with that injector problem, we wanted to just kind of sit back, regroup, do whatever we had to do. Now I've got to kind of get a shifter linkage hooked up, close up the floor that we kind of clamshelled open to clear the transmission. A few little things here and there, but here within the next week, this thing should be backing out of the driveway doing this thing. We will be taking this to South Carolina. There's Rats at the Beaver there in Myrtle Beach and Running for the Sun as well. There's also a few local shows or some, other buddy shows that we have planned to take this car to. So once again, thanks a lot, guys, for sticking around. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, okay? Once you subscribe to this channel too, go check out the other channels that I've talked about earlier, the guys that helped on this video. Go give them some love. Go over there, see their perspective of the build, because you don't want to miss those either. There's a lot of good content out there. So thanks a lot, guys. Hit that like, throw a comment. We'll see you guys next time. There we go. Do something like that. I don't like it. And it doesn't want to sit it, but I mean, my fist is in there. It's not, I don't want to do that because now. Have some, what is going on? That's the, get out of there. I'll cut all that stuff out. So, but I am to get to see the way, this car, the way that was stupid. Yep, yeah, it started over.